So, hello everyone. Yeah, hello everyone. Sorry for the delay. Actually, the like we can see the live stream has been delayed for a couple of minutes, like 5 or 6. I can see that in the chat. That is Harika Reddy is already waiting for, and she is like, also excited about the thing. So that's okay. Like we are gonna learn about the new tactics that is Vienna Gambit today. And sorry for the delay to all the viewers who are there. And so now we will be in today's like live stream. We are gonna discuss about a very exciting opening which you can play with the depending upon your level. Like it can be played in the like 1200, 1300, 1400, 1500, and also you can play this opening against 1800. Now we are gonna just start. So let's just Harika start out to Harika Reddy, and if there is someone in the chat, just type hi so that I can see it. And yes, Advika is here. We can see that Advika has typed hi. Yes, Advika, hi there. Now we are gonna start. So just look at the chessboard. We will start the game with like e4. And before starting the game, let me just tell you about myself. Like I'm Coach Adarsh from Premier Chess Academy, and we just take the kids from all over the world, and we just like take operating it like in like 27 countries right now around the globe. Basically, we are situated in US, and we take the kids from US, Canada, UK, Germany, Singapore, India, and so on. So now let's just head back to the position. So you can see here over, we started the game with e4, and most of us will start the game with e4. Let me just write the name of the thing. We are gonna discuss about the game that is known as Vienna opening. And then we will discuss about the exciting ideas related to Vienna opening. That how can we just use the different tactics and ideas in Vienna opening and convert into a Vienna Gambit to win it. So let's just start it. And hi there, Kritish. That's nice to see you. So now we started the game with e4 and opponent play e5. This is the most common response that we just get it. Now some of us is like really fond to play knight to f3, and which just generally convert the game into an immediate knight c6, then bishop c4, which is known as Italian game, and then it is like that they will either play knight to f6 or they play h6. So Harika Reddy says, not me. So what you play, Harika Reddy, after like e4, e5? We would like to know. Not f3, then what you play? Yes, we are waiting for your response, Harika. Kritish, just tell me, like, what should we do after e5 is played? Any ideas? I'm just asking your opinion. Like, if you were in this position with white pieces, what will you play? Just type, like, just write down your moves that you will play. Yes, Harika. Yes, Kritish. Yes, Advika. We are waiting for the response. Just type your move. If you were white in this position, which move you will prefer? Knight f3, bishop c4, knight c3, or queen h5? Bishop c4. That's good, Harika. Kritish, what about you? And those who are already watching this video, please type hi so that we can just know that who is there. And that's good, Harika. That's a good, strong choice, Bishop c4. Maybe you want to play Queen h5 and then go for a checkmate immediately and winning the game, Harika. That's a good idea. Kritish also wants to move the Bishop c4. Okay, so we have two players, two intellectual players who go for Bishop c4. But not today. In today's session, we are gonna go for a little bit different opening. Now here we will play a solid knight c3 to protect our pawn and also take care about the center. And this thing which we have already discussed in opening fundamentals, the first fundamental that those who are in the academy, they already know what are opening fundamentals, that first of all, we have to control the center. And that's we are doing very nicely by just playing the pawn to e4, controlling some important squares like d5 and f5, and then moving the knight to c3, controlling the pawn as well. And here your opponent will most probably play the reverse move, that is knight f6, attacking your pawn. So this look like very normal in the opening. Okay, so okay, we got it. Harika, it's no, your name is Itihas. Now we will be just take it from here. Sorry about it. So yeah, Itihas, now we can go for like here, opponent play knight f6. So now what should we do here really? We can play bishop c4, yes. Isn't it? We can play it. All of us, Kritish, Harika. Okay, let's just go with the idea over here. Now, the major idea of Vienna opening is like knight c3, e4, and then we will play f4. F4 is a very strong move in this position. Those who know, like, in most of the openings that we are going to discuss today, f4 is an important move. Why f4 is an important move? Because look at here. Yes, Atyash. Now look at here. If your opponent captures f4, you can immediately play the pawn to d4, controlling the whole center. Because this pawn is protected by your knight and you can get an excellent position. Or else there is a standard main line which we can go for it. That is like if we play f4, an opponent captures, there is an again good move that we can do. Can you find the best move in this position? I'm giving you a 5 minutes time to think about it. So just try to find it. Yes, Vedashri, welcome here. Try to find the move. Hello there. Yeah. Yeah, it is a weakness. Yeah, we can discuss about it, Ityash. How is it a weakness or not? Try to find a good move in this position with white pieces. What do you think? What should we do right now? I give you 2 minutes. Try to find the move. Yes, I'm waiting for the response. Itihash, Vedasri, Kritish, Advika. And yes, all of you, you got 2 minutes. What should we do right now? Okay. Okay, I see that there is a little bit tricky move to find out. So I will do it for you guys. Queen f3. Kritish says queen f3. Very good, Kritish. Well tried. Let's see about it. Will anybody will find the better move than Kritish? Will it be Itihash? Will it be Vedasri? Or it will be Advika? Pawn to d4. Very good, Bindu. And that's nice. Like pawn to d4 sounds like a good idea. Taking the center. Knight to d5 is on also on the board. Okay. But isn't it like Itihash, if we play knight to d5, he will just capture our pawn also. Pawn to d4, pawn to d4. Yeah, there is Vedasri. Go for knight to e2. Knight to e2 is okay, a passive and a developmental move. And Bindu go for two moves, bishop c4 and pawn d4. Pawn to d4 looks like a very sophisticated move because if you move with that, you just make a discover attack on that pawn and also take out the center. So this is considered one of the good move in this position, but the best move is not pawn to d4. Rather than it is pawn to e5. And I will tell you why pawn to e5 is important right now. Because the idea of Vienna Gambit is to, first of all, like push back your opponent pieces. Like you have to make it in less in development. So you can see in this position closely, this knight does not have any safe squares to move forward. So he has be like he's forced to go back. Can you see that? Itihash, Bindu, Kritish, Advika. He has to go back. And once this knight retreats, you can see there is nothing which they have developed. And at this point, your move prevails. That means what you have to do, you can go with either d4, enforcing the pawn in the center and controlling and solidifying the center. Yes, Bindu, maybe, yeah, you have said that. Or else you can go with knight f3, protecting the pawn. Both are correct. So now, right now, we are going with the knight f3 ideas, or we should go with pawn d4. We will go with a chat. Should we move pawn d4 or knight f3? Tell me, guys. Both moves are looking good. I will go with the chat and the variation that you say. Pawn d4 or knight f3? Yes, Itihash? Knight f3 or pawn d4? That's very good, Bindu. You just figure it out. We sacrificed a pawn to control the center and development. And we will able to gain back that pawn. Yeah, that's correct. Bindu has found a good move, that is pawn d4. And knight f3 is also a good move, let's say. Yeah, we need to get that pawn back. Anyways, Bindu, like we will be able to get that pawn back. I'll tell you how. But let's see about the knight f3. Okay, Itihas go with knight f3. So we have two people going for two moves. We want a third person to just say, we can go with it. Majority like knight f3 or pawn d4. Vedasri, Advika, anybody who is already in a chat, please just drop down your move. Pawn to d5. Kritish. Okay, so Kritish, it is a very long path for the pawn right now. I think you mean to say pawn d4. So, yeah, let's just go with pawn d4 idea for this case. So in this case, we are moving the pawn d4, controlling the center, and like we can see that we are getting this pawn back with the bishop. Now your opponent will obviously not like this, that you are taking whole of the center and not allowing him to develop anything. So they just choose to develop their knight while taking care about your both the pawns. So here we can play a move that is said by Itihash. Yes, Itihash. Now we will play knight to f3, protecting our both the pawns. So now in this position, your opponent may offer you a pawn trade like playing the pawn to d6. But in this position, we don't have to capture the pawn. Rather than we will go for queen e2. Why queen e2 right now? This is the move. Like why we are not capturing the pawn. This may be the question in your mind. Understand. First of all, we have took the center control so that we can maintain the tension in the chessboard. Yeah. So now the thing is that over here, in this position, if your opponent, even if they captures the pawn, let's see if they capture it, which is your move, your opponent can easily do it. So we can just right now capture it with the knight. And if they take, then it will really lead in a check, which will force your opponent to move the queen here. And then you can easily dominate in the development by capturing the pawn on f4 with the bishop and getting a better position in the opening. Yes, Bindu. Yeah, that's great. You are also going with some tactical and also very good explanatory move. Okay, yeah, pawn d4 is the move that we did. So we want to protect the pawn to push it in like, okay, that's good. We go, that is not good for castling. Knight f3 is the move suggestion. That's very good with the 3. And we can see it like, yeah, Itihas is also trying to find the good moves. Yeah. So now you can see that how does we arrive this position? First of all, we play queen e2, making it a pen. And if they take it, we just take it with the knight. And they take it, we take it. Yeah, now you see in this position, if your opponent comes with the queen, you will move your bishop here. You may say that what is the advantage here? Now, if the queen takes here, we will just capture it with the bishop and you are already dominating in this position. You can develop your knight and you can go with the double attack. Can you see that? So you have just given up a pawn in the opening and now you have a very open pieces. Everything is well developed. You just need to do castle and go for all out attack. And if you look at black pieces, they are just sitting idle in their place, doing nothing, having a chill over their own territory and like not doing anything for the black king. But white pieces are quite developed. They are going for the attack. And here you have to see that we can get a very excellent position if they captures the pawn. So in this position, we have understood one idea that if your opponent will capture this pawn, it will not end up in a very good manner for the black. So now what if, you may ask me in the opening only that what if they does not capture the pawn? Like it is not forced for them to capture the pawn, isn't it? Bindu, Vedasri? Itihash, is it forced for them to capture your pawn on f4? Or they can just simply defend it? Can they defend it? Just tell me. Can they defend it? Yes, Advika, Itihash, Bindu, Vedasri. Just respond me. Like, they can defend this or not? No. Okay. Bindu say they can't defend it. We respect your opinion. Yeah, let's just go with another people. What they can do. Should they capture the pawn on f4? What they can do? Okay, Bindu say knight c6. For the one moment he said no, and another time he just found out. Knight c6 is a move that they can do. Itihash and Kritish says no, but you can see that yes, they can. With this restrict, still stick with the point, they can't defend it. And Bindu says c6, yes. So Bindu, that's right. They can defend it with knight c6. For all of us, they can defend it with knight c6. But even though they just defend with knight c6, we can capture this pawn and forcing him to the position where we want. Like if they take the pawn, now we will play pawn d4, not pawn d4, attacking the knight and pushing him back, and again making the same move that we wanted. Can you spot the move what we have did in the earlier position where they have captured our pawn? Now it's the point you have to find that move. What should we do in this position with white pieces? Tell me. We have to push back them in the development. How will we do it? Yes, Bindu Velfree, Advika, how will we push back in this position? Yes, we just want the move. I give you 3 minutes to think about it. Just try to find it. Exactly. Bindu is like really on the spot on. Bindu has found a great move. Yes, Itihash is also concentrated and he was able to find the correct move. We are waiting in the chat, like for the other people. Okay, that's great, Itihash. Let's just go with another people. Vedashri, what about you? Kritish, what about you? Have you spot the move? Don't look in the chat. You just have to find it by yourself. I give you 2 more minutes. Okay, that's great. Bindu, you have subscribed the channel. Thank you for subscribing our channel. We just like, yeah. Queen G4 is the suggestion of Kritish. Okay, Kritish. It is a little bit risky. What do you say at that? If we move the queen to G4, isn't it? They will just capture our queen, Kritish. And you sacrificed your queen, Kritish. That's not a good idea. And yeah, let's see about Itihash. Okay, so Itihash and Bindu, that's the move. And Kritish, the move is pawn e5. Again, doing the same thing that we wanted, that this knight will not be in our territory. Yeah, that's the queen is a blunder actually. So now they will play the knight back. So that is peaceful. So now in this position, when the knight go back, now you can see there is no pawn on f4. And we have already captured the pawn which we have given. Because we did a pawn exchange. We haven't done a pawn sacrifice. So already we are in this position. Now we have to make a clever plan right now. So what is it? First of all, we will go with the development that we did earlier. That is developing our knight. Always develop your knight before bishops. Because you can say the bishop can easily jump on the squares easily, but for knight, it will take time to go into the center. So now we develop our knight. Yeah, what about the another knight? Yeah, that knight is okay. We will be looking at this window. They have developed one piece and we developed two, and you will see in the quick succession we will be easily able to win this game in coming 10 moves. In coming 10 moves, we are winning this game. Anyhow, like mate in 10, I will tell you how does that even prevails here. So now in this position, knight f3 is the thing. Just go on. Yeah, Itihash, you want to say something? Now they will play the pawn to d6. Yeah, they have some developed pieces. You are correct, Bindu. So now they will play the pawn to d6, and obviously they don't like to have you a good center because they haven't developed anything in the center. They have a knight which is looking at the edges of the board. And almost, if you see, this knight has only one square to go on, that is also not safe. And if you look at this square, that is also not safe. So Bindu, for their developed pieces, unfortunately, there is nowhere to move. They will just get captured. So that's not point. So now the thing is like they want to just wrap up your pawn and get to a good position. Or even if they are managed to like exchange some pawn, they will get some space in the board in the center, and then they will develop their dark square and light square bishop. What they are looking at. But now we will prepare a sneaky plan for them, like we will let them capture the pawn, but we will create an attack. If you haven't watched the last video that about the fried liver attack that I have just told you in the Learn Along series previous week, so you can watch that. This is similar to that. We are preparing for this attack right now. Can you see that? We move the bishop to c4 so that want to create an attack on f7. Also, we have a move knight g5, which is already protected by our bishop. So that means you have created a plan. And now if they capture the pawn, can we play the knight g5 immediately? Tell me. Okay, that's okay, Itihash. No problem. Just focus on this particular opening. You can just watch out in our channel, going back and scrolling it up. So now you just don't have to focus on that. Right now, just remember this one. Like right now in this position, they have captured the pawn, Itihas. So now what should we do? Should we play the knight g5 immediately? Or should we hold on? Or should we capture the pawn? What should we do? Itihash, Kritish, and yes, Bindu, we are just waiting for your responses. I just want to know that what do you guys think about it? Yeah. Yes, Itihash? Should we play knight g5 or we should do anything else? Okay, so without wasting any much time right now, yeah. So now we will play the move. That is our part of sneaky plan. Very good, Bindu. You just spot on the ideas. Castle. Now, why castle is important right now? Because we have created this long-awaited attack with the bishop, knight, and the rook. You can see that in this position, the moment we will play the knight g5, they are defenseless. They can't do anything about it, and they can't capture your knight with the queen, like queen g5. And even they protect with knight h6, they will fall. You will see how. And the move that they do in here, they just capture your pawn. So here we don't have to protect our knight. We sacrifice our knight and we will go with knight g5. Opening up the attack, a discover attack on the pawn with three pieces. You can see that bishop is attacking, knight is attacking, and rook is also attacking on that square. So now the only possible way to save this for now, that is the best move, is knight h6. So even though they go for knight g6, I give you 1 minute time to find it that if they play the knight h6, what will we play? Because from here we are winning the game in all the possible way. If we play knight h6, if we play any other moves, we are winning this game in coming 5 to 7 moves. So I just want to know that what move should we do right now? Because they play knight h6. What should we do right now? Bindu, Itihash? Yeah, Itihash, you have found the move correctly. Queen e2. Okay, Bindu, that could be a idea, but not right now. In this scenario, Queen e2 does not sound very nice to us because then they will easily able to defend it with the dark square bishop, and then they can go for castle, Bindu. So Itihas, you got a correct square, but incorrect piece. I believe you can find the move if you think more 1 minute. Just find it. Knight to d5 by Bindu. Bindu just go for a more forcing move. Like you have like may discussed about with your coach about the forcing move. Right now you have to play the forcing move that they can't resist. Like while though Queen E2 is a good move, but that's not obviously good for you because they will develop the bishop and they will be able to castle, and then our whole attack is of no point. So okay, yeah. Bindu says sacrifice the bishop. Okay. And yep. Okay, so we got it. Itihash and Bindu wants to just sacrifice the bishop. But here I told you already, we don't have to sacrifice the bishop. We sacrifice the knight. Knight to f7. And once we sacrifice the knight, they are in a triple fork. Can you see that? So we are almost attacking their whole territory, like the queen, the knight, the rook, and now they have to decide what they want to save and what they want to like let go. Or else they can just capture your knight, which they obviously do, because if for some odd reasons they just save the queen, that will not help them out, because we'll just take this first of all. Can you spot the tactics which we can play right now? If they play it, there is many things, like there are millions of moves that we can do. Just capture this rook, or else we can just give a check to the king with rook e1, and then this king will be having like not a many squares to go on. So instead of saving the queen, they just, yes, that's Itihash, you find out. They will capture our knight. And once they will capture our knight, now Itihash, Bindu, your move prevails. We will move the bishop to f7, giving a check. Not sacrificing it, but literally giving a check. And then they will play the king here. Now what will we do? Tell me the move. Here you have to find a skewer, not a checkmate. I will tell you when to find a checkmate, but now you have to find a skewer. Those who already know about the skewer, which is in our academy, they can be easily able to recognize it. And if you are not like well known to skewer, I can just tell you skewer is a tactics where higher value piece is in the front and lower is at the back. So you just have to recognize which higher piece is in the front and how will you attack. Yeah, Rocky Go 2 is not a checkmate, then do. Right now, in this position, find the best move with the white pieces, and we see Bindu have a move suggestion here. And yep, that's great. Now, what about the another people? Bindu is just, yeah, Bindu, we got your move. You just, yeah, that's enough to type it one time, Bindu, because it will, yeah, that's good. Bindu has got the idea. What about Itihash? Okay, Itihas is also not lagging behind. He has also typed the move. That's great, Itihash. Now, what about other people? Advika, we can see there are some people, more than 10 in the chat, but you can also find the move. That's not difficult. You just type ha and then type the move that you want to do. We just move the bishop to g5. That's actually the correct move, and then we win the queen this here just right now. They move the king and okay, Bindu. Oh, now we got you. What is the thing? There may be some technical glitch. Thank you for pointing out, Bindu. Now we see that they move the king and we just capture the queen. That's great. So let it be. Now let's just go back and we can see in this position. There is one more move that your opponent can do. That is king to d7. So now what? Now what should we do? We should sacrifice more pieces, or should we do anything else? Can you spot the best move in this position? All of you. It's very easy. You guys are really very intelligent, and I can see there are some people who are already like constantly following it and just typing the all correct answer, such as like shout out to Itihash and Kritish and Bindu. They are able to spot every move correctly except for some. But yeah. Hmm. What should we do right now? Bindu. Okay. Okay, I can just give you a hint. You have to make a move that is related to hanging pieces. You have to find a hanging piece, just capture it and give a check. Yeah, check with the queen, but how? Find the hanging piece. Bishop e6 is not a very good move with this free, but yeah, thanks for like your suggestion. But if we go with bishop e6, the king will just capture bishop. Kritish has found like Kritish, you are technically correct. We have to give a check with the queen, but not like that way. Yes, Bindu. Yes, Itihash. Itihash has just spotted the move. Bindu has also spotted the move. And now with the three, you can also we see that yeah, queen d4 is the move that we have to do. And if we do the queen to d4, now you see this king can go into very less square. Because you know, if the king will again go there, then you will play bishop g5 and capture their queen. So king can't go back. And for these two square, your bishop is here. So they can't go on this file for now. And they can't also stay here because of some reason, because if they play the bishop, then it will be not so nice for them. So now the opponent choose to move the king only. Let's say they move the king to c6. Okay. So now there are two possible ways in which we can continue this game. Here, there maybe all of you are thinking like, why not to capture that queen which is hanging on the d8 square? So we can capture this queen with our queen, but that is a blunder. Can you spot, guys, how this move is even a blunder? Because we just captured a queen which was hanging. Nobody is protecting the queen. How this move is a blunder? Can somebody tell me, like, what is the good idea with black pieces that just turn the tables for black? Yeah. I gave you 1 minute time to spot the move with the black that just turn the table. And then I will tell you what should we do with the white pieces. Here is the move that you have learned in all the stages, that is discover attack. You have to find the discover attack. So the kids who are already in academy already know about the discover attack, and the kids who don't know about the discover attack, try to find a good move with the black pieces. And for Bindu, Itihash, I believe you know what is a discover attack because you are correct about every single move till now. So you guys can go get it. You are very intelligent audience right now. I'm just catering to. So yeah, just try to find a discover attack with black pieces. Uh, Not really, because we can't play the bishop to f7. It's our own bishop. It's not hop over the pieces. Itihash. Again, you find a good piece, but incorrect square. Bishop d5. How the bishop will go to d5? No, you have to find a move with the black pieces. I'm telling with the black pieces. Okay, I understand, Bindu, what you mean to say. Yeah. C6. The king is already at c6, Bindu. That's not the thing. Okay. That's okay. Calm down. Just try to find the move and just write it. Yeah, we win the queen. Bindu, I understand what you mean to say. And yeah, let other people to find the move. Yeah, attack two ways in discover attack. Yes, that's correct. But what are the two ways that we can find with the black pieces right now? That's okay, Bindu, no problem. It happens sometimes we got excited when just type the moves quickly, and that's yeah. Bindu is the first one to spot the move. And I believe there are many people in the chat and they can easily find the move. Yeah, that's right. Bishop c5 is the move that we have to do it. Immediately with a like resulting in a discover attack. Okay, okay, okay. That's great, Bindu. So you just attack this king with the bishop, attacking the queen, and winning the queen. And now you can see if you calculate the materials after they move the king, we capture the queen. That black is leading in the materials because he have two rooks, two bishop, one knight, and he have two rooks, one knight, and one bishop. And this bishop is like you can see that in this position it's kind of a equal, but yes, that's what we don't wanted to have in this position because now it's not looking like our sacrifice worth. So you don't have to capture the queen right now. Got it? So instead of going for queen captures the queen, we'll go for the another idea. Like rather than capturing the queen, we can obviously go for another idea. And the another idea here that will help you to win with the white pieces, we can just quickly jump over it. That is queen a4. So queen a4 restrict this queen to go on this square again back to the original square. So now they have two possibilities. King d6, which is in mate in 5, and king b6, which is mate in 1. So now guys, it's the time to find the checkmate. King b6 is the move, find the checkmate. And all of you can find the checkmate. There are like, we can see there are many people in the chat, like more than 10. So you guys find the chat, like what should we do right now with the white pieces so that we can do a checkmate. Yes, Bindu. Yeah, we can see that Suresh. Yeah, there is a new people in the chat. That's Suresh Reddy. That's very good. Vedushri has also find the move correctly. Amazing. Itihash is still stuck, like still wants to go with that move. Okay, Itihash, we understand your plan. Okay. Bindu is the again the person who found the spar like move first. That's great, Bindu. Amazing. What about the other peoples? Advika, Vedushri, Suresh, and Itihash. Itihash has also find the move correctly. Amazing, Itihash. We see that Itihash and Bindu has just giving the tough competition to each other that we just do it. What about the Vedushri, Kritish? And yeah. Vedushri, Kritish, and there is some more people. Okay. Let's just not dive into that. And there's a checkmate in one that is queen b5, obviously. And we found that move correctly. This is a checkmate. And yeah, that's correct, Suresh, that we like this king does not have anywhere to go on. So this poor king has to be here, although this queen is also in the chessboard, but there is no way to go. So now the way that they will go, because sometimes your opponent does not wants to go for it and they will go for this, making it a bit longer for you. Now there are two ways in which you can continue this game. If you want to go for a checkmate, we can obviously opt for it, but that will be a little bit long. So to make it simple, we just give a check. Again, find the amazing skewer. So just try to find a skewer, guys. A skewer is just opposite of a pin. Like these are the two tactics that we have already discussed in our academy, and I see that Itihash, Bindu already know about it. But for the people who don't know about skewer, I can just give you a brief intro that you just have to move your like rook d1 here, making this queen, king and queen attack. Now we wins the queen, right? Because there is no way that they can just defend this. They have to move the king, and they move the king, we capture the queen. The like and skewer is the tactics where the higher value piece, which is in this case king, is in the front, and lower value piece, which is the queen, is at the back. So now there is no way to like there is only one way for king. He can come forward or go back no matter what they do. If they do this, then you can give a check with the bishop and then capture the queen. Or if you want to make it more simple for you, just capture the queen. That's all of you are saying, yes, we will capture the queen. And now you can see that whatever they do, this result in a like a not a very good manner. Because let's say if your opponent got a little bit greedy and just capture your rook, then we just actually sacrificed our rook here. Then we play the queen to e1, e8, checkmate. Appending, king is at the initial square. From here he started the journey. and he went to many terrains, walking over here, 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 and came back peacefully, and we just won the game. Can you see that? Yeah, what if they block with the bishop? Where? Here we move the rook d1, like rook to d, like here, yeah, rook d1. Then how they will block with the bishop bindu? There is no way the bishop will come here. We can come back to the position where you want it. Yeah, we got it, what you want to say. So now the thing is that here we sacrifice the rook and they just capture our bishop. So in this case also, this game is not gonna go for very long time because you can give a check with the queen. Then they will move the king here. Now you have to give a check with the knight. They will move the king here. Now you will give a check with the queen. Then they will move the king here. And now it's actually easy for us for solve it. Now we give a check with the bishop. Knight takes, queen takes check. This king goes back. Now how will we find a checkmate right now? Yes, we will be looking at China. Sometimes else is Itihas. Now you have to find a move that will do a checkmate right now. Let's just go with the sequence that how should we follow up right now. In this position, you all know that if they will capture the rook right, then it is very peaceful. We just move the queen to e8, checkmate. Fine. But what if they does not capture the and they capture the bishop? Then we will still play the queen to e8 by covering these two important files. And you can see that if you are controlling these two files, you just have to go for an attack. Like they just move the king forward. And this is very simple for you guys because all of you are super intelligent here. I can see that like Bindu, who is just solving all the moves correctly. Suresh, that's also a person. Kritish has found the move correctly. We have the person that is Itihash, who has already been in the chat for a long time and also finding every move correctly. Shout out to Itihash, Suresh, Pritish, and we see one people over here that is Advika and yeah, some more people. So yeah, let's just go for it. So now here, when they move the king, you just have to simply attack the king because you know this king can't go anywhere in these two lines. So the only way they can move is either this side or here. So we just attack this, make it suffer or a little bit more because this can't go here because of your bishop. So this poor king has very less squares to go on. That is here. So now you will again attack this king with your queen. So now this king goes either here. If they go, that's good. If not, like the king can go here, which is like closer to your knight. But then we can then we can again attack the king. What if they capture nothing? Itihash wants to understand what if they doesn't capture anything, then Itihash most probably, first of all, we will save. Like if they doesn't capture anything, and let's say they just make any random move, then still it's not good for your opponent because we give a check. King has to move somewhere, and then we capture their rook. Or yeah, that's the thing. And then we can easily capture all the pieces of them and win this game. Got it, Itihash? I believe you got it. But right now, Itihash, you have to focus on the idea. What if they just capture the bishop so that you can understand how will you do a checkmate in that? Because we want to win this game. They move it here. They move the king. We attack the king. They move it here. Then again, we give a check. Now, this is the point where we were. The king it goes to e5. So what should we do, guys? Itihash, Vindu, and Godishri, Suresh, we have an high expectation for you guys because you are finding the moves correctly and you are doing amazing job over here. So just find the move that what should we do right now? Yeah, that's good, Itihash. Just find the move. I gave you 3 minutes time because that is more than enough for you intelligent people to find the moves. So just try to find the correct move over here. Yes, we see that it's a little bit taking time. Is that hard to attack the Black King? There are many ways to attack. Like, I just suggest you one. This, this, these two are blunders. Actually, I'm just kidding, guys. This you don't have to do it because this is the move that the beginner will also not do. Big, yeah. Okay, Bindu. Sorry. Yeah, that's okay. Now you got you. So that's the move, Bindu. You found it. What about the Kritish? And yes, but out. Itihash, Itihash, we are waiting for your move. You said yes. Okay, Itihash got the three. I just give you 5 minutes time for this time to attack the king. And one of you have suggested a move bishop f4. That is actually an idea to attack the king. Okay, so I'm waiting for 1 more minute in the chat. Just go for it. And I know that you all of you can find this move. This is nothing hard for you. You can just give a check right. You just have to spot the piece and attack. That's right. We see that. Itihash has found the move. Itihas is one of the top, like you can see that the viewer who is able to find every move correctly. Very good, Itihas. I see that you are also very advanced in chess right now. Yeah, so yeah, we go with the bishop f4, Itihash Bindu, and all of you just, this is the move we have to do it. Kritish, rook e8. Okay, Kritish, that is also a good move, but that will help our king, this king, to escape. Because Kritish, we don't want to chase this king for whole time, and they will escape here if you move it here. That's what we don't want it right now. So what we will do right now is to first of all attack this king, and if they take, we take it with the queen. And now they move the king back. So now it's time for you, Kritish, to use the rook to do a checkmate. How will you do it? Yes, Kritish, Bindu, and Itihash, try to find a move that will result in a checkmate. Yes, we can do a checkmate. Exactly. Kritish is the person to find the move correctly and at the first place. Very good, Kritish. You found the move that is the best. And that does deserves the trophy, Kritish. You can add some trophies because you have won the game already. What about you, Bindu, Itihash, Gadashri? Yeah, Bindu has also found the move. That's great. Itihash, I believe you are there in the chat and you can also find the move. Exactly, Itihash. Very good. We are waiting for the other people such as Suresh, Godeshri to also find Vedashri. Sorry about it. I'm just taking the name wrong. Vedashri and yeah, Suresh, for you guys to also find the move. We will wait for 2 more minutes. So let's just go for it. Yeah, we understand you're right. Yeah, rook e1 is the move. Yeah, the rook e1 is here in the board. That's true. If we move the another rook, yes, Bindu. Like you just spotted the thing. Now you see that your rooks are doing everything for this king. This rook is not allowing this king to. You can't go on d file because this is for the rook, which is on d8. You can't remain on the e file because this is for the rook, which is on e1, and your queen is at the prime, controlling the important squares, not allowing this king to move anywhere. You can't go anywhere, and you will get checked. That's the thing. You won it. So this is about the Vienna Gambit, accepted and declined variation. Tell me, guys, if you have any doubts in the chat, we can just try to sort it out right now. At any point you found that this move is the thing which I don't remember, or this is the point where you need an explanation. So you can go back and tell me. I will be trying to explain it to you. So I give you 5 minutes to. Okay, Kritis is already happy that he won the game. So I see that there is no doubt in the chat and all of you have understood. And if you have enjoyed this video, please drop a like in the chat because your like is very important. That just make us to help us to make this content. And you can join the Learn Along series with me in our coming week so that you can learn about more exciting openings such as this, because this opening you can use with up to opponent 1800 or sometimes 1900 as well. You can easily able to grind up your ratings to a new stage, and just drop a like, subscribe our channel for more contents like this. And yeah, thanks for supporting. Now see you in the next Learn Along series. Till then, have a happy week. See you. Bye Vidya, bye Pratish, bye Bindu, bye Advika, and all other 8 people who haven't typed hi in the chat. Please type it hi. If not hi, just type bye in the chat so that we can see that you are here, you are present here, and drop your like so that we can understand who is there. Bye, 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 everyone. Okay, bye, Tihash. Okay, we sorry. Shout out to Vithiash who have found the move. Shout out to Kritish who have found the move. Shout out to Bindu who has found the move. Shout out to Suresh who have found the move, and shout out to yes. Shout out to Vidishri who has found the move. Excellently done. Very good. Bye. Okay, bye, Tihash. Okay. Okay.